everyone, and welcome to Plated. My name is Mark, and today we're making curry chicken. Now this chicken has been cleaned and washed, and we've got it in a bowl now, and we're going to go ahead and start seasoning it with some salt and pepper. We're going to start out with a tablespoon of salt and a teaspoon of pepper. And incidentally, we had the chicken cut up and split in half, so they're kind of bite-sized pieces. Now we're just going ahead with clean hands or gloves, combine the salt and pepper, and next we're going to add about a teaspoon of allspice and a teaspoon of jerk seasoning. And we'll combine that as well and then set it aside. We're going to let this set for an hour in the refrigerator, a minimum, before we start cooking everything. So I left mine in for 2 hours. Next step is to go ahead and get you a big, heavy pot. Put about 2.5 tablespoons of oil in there, and then start dropping down your vegetables. We're going to start dropping down the onion first, the medium-sized onion, and we're going to put in about 3 stalks of the green onion as well. We're going to add some thyme in here as well, but I want you to make sure that you get all the ingredients from the description box below. Right now what we're doing is we are seasoning the pot. We're seasoning the pot right now. And we cooked this down for about 7 to 8 minutes total after we got the thyme and the garlic in there. And so it was about 7 or 8 minutes total. And then before we put the chicken in, everything was softened and everything was very fragrant at that time, even before we even put the curry in. So now that's the thyme. You can use fresh thyme or you can use the dried thyme. Either way is fine, whatever you have on hand. So we put the fresh thyme in there because we know that would just add to the flavor profile of the dish. And with the garlic, we used 3 cloves and we sliced them in thin slivers. We didn't use the minced garlic. We didn't want it to be gritty. And the curry powder, we use 2 large tablespoons of curry powder for what we used for this pot, which was 3.5 pounds of chicken, all dark meat cut in half, small bite-sized pieces. The curry, we actually put it in, turned up the fire a little bit even higher than it was. So we're at a medium-high heat and we're burnishing the curry into the pot. We're getting rid of all the powdery substance with the curry, and we're just kind of moving it around with the wooden spoon. You don't want it to sit. You don't want it to scorch or burn. You definitely want it to cook off a little bit though. Okay, so we've got it now where you can see it got a little thicker, and now it's time to actually put the chicken in the pot. The chicken that sat for 2 hours in the refrigerator. And there it is. And so once we get the chicken in there, we're going to go ahead and incorporate all the seasonings on the chicken and make sure it's contacting every side of each piece of chicken. And we cooked this for about 15 minutes before we did anything to it. We didn't add any water or anything, but we cooked this off for about 15 total minutes right here. And we're just moving it around. And once everything is incorporated the way that we wanted it, we went ahead and topped the pot with the, there you have it. So 15 minutes later, we're looking at it and it's starting to smell like curry in the house, and it's very fragrant and pungent in a way, and we're just moving around. This is going to be a good pot of curry. You can't mess this up once you follow these instructions. So we hope that you give this a try, share it with your friends. A lot of people are curious about curry. We used a Jamaican curry. The Jamaican curry has a little kick to it. You can get it a little milder if you just get it off the grocery store, and it'll tell you if it's mild, medium, or hot. But we use a medium one because that's what we wanted. We also added some color to it with the tomatoes, one medium tomato and a couple slivers of green onion or the green pepper. And the green pepper adds to the flavor profile as well. And so we've got that in there. And you're gonna want, during this process, you're gonna wanna add probably a liter of water in the pot, depending on how much chicken that you're cooking. But you don't add it all at once. You actually have to trickle it in as you go. This was a good time to do it there. And then we added the potatoes, which will thicken up the sauce or the gravy. And you're gonna have to add some more later. So make sure that you actually put the potatoes in there and then add 1 carrot. We cut the potatoes in half and then just dropped them down. They're really small potatoes. You can see here that we just added those to the pot with the carrots. And then we're gonna go ahead and just give it a stir. Once you have it in there, you can cover this. And once you cover it, you probably want to cover it for at least another 15 minutes. And you can see that it's boiling really good. And we added about a half a tablespoon of tomato paste to give it more of a robust flavor as well. That adds to what we're doing here. And so we're cooking this down. We're cooking it down. And really, it was very tasty, very, very delicious. We had it over white rice, which you'll see here shortly. We want to thank everybody for watching our channel. We really appreciate it. We can feel the love. Right here, you can see the gravy that we wanted to achieve. It's kind of got a thicker look to it, a darker look. And this is what you want to achieve when you're trying to create the gravy. You cannot eat this without the gravy. So you got to pay attention to how much water that you're putting in. And again, we put about a liter in there. So let's go ahead and get it plated. We know that one of the comments were that could you actually plate it live? And so that's what we're doing here. We're going to go ahead and put the rice on the plate. We use some basmati rice, white rice, and you can use any type of rice that you want. But we used the basmati rice today. And we're just gonna plate it up with the curry. And you can see there's small pieces of chicken, small pieces of potato, and all the vegetables, the thyme, the allspice, everything is in there. And it's starting to smell like it's time to eat. So we hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Please share, give us a thumbs up and a review. And thank you for watching Plated, and have a blessed day.